Okay, so what we have here is one of my favorite lumbar models. It's probably my favorite because it's not only a lumbar model, it actually shows quite a few things that we're going to be talking about today. But let's first start with the lumbar portion. So we know in our lumbar spine we have 5 vertebral bodies, or L1 to L5, so L1, L2, L3, L4, and finally L5. And we can appreciate from this lateral view that we're having a large lordotic curve. Another way to say this is that the lumbar spine has is concave posteriorly, whereas the sacrum, which is shown laterally again here, is kyphotic or is concave anteriorly. Okay, so these little jelly discs in between each one of the vertebrae are intervertebral discs, and they're made up of 2 components. And I'm actually just going to quickly draw this if I can. So what you first have is this inner portion, and that's called your nucleus pulposus. And this is like a liquid shock absorber of the spine. And this is in the disc. And then what we're seeing here is this hard capsule. I'm oversimplifying this drawing, but it's this blue thing is what we're looking at here. And that's the annulus fibrosus. And if you've just taken 305, no, it is not a heart structure. It is a support so that nucleus pulposus does not leak out. So now what happens when you have an injury to the annulus fibrosus is shown here. It's not shown here, it is shown here. And if I just lift the spinal nerves here for a second, you can see what they're trying to show in this diagram is the nucleus pulposus here seeping out. So this is a herniated disc, slip disc, you name it, it's that. And it's that inner portion of the disc coming out of the annulus fibrosus. And you can appreciate how close it is to the spinal nerve, which is often why you can have a disability with the herniated disc. Also very uncomfortable. What else do I want to talk about? I do want to talk about as well lumbardization and sacralization. So like I said before, we have L1 to L5, and like, yes, that is how it works diagrammatically. But in some people and in some cases, you can have weird things happen. So if you have the addition of a lumbar vertebrae, it's not like somebody adds another vertebrae to your body. It is that this top sacral body is unfused. So it looks or it acts as another lumbar. And then there's also the ability, that is called lumbarization. There also is sacralization, where this lumbar vertebrae here becomes fused and is characterized as part of the sacrum. So it's almost like you have an extra sacral body, but you have one less lumbar body. And that's called sacralization. Also from this posterior view, I'm going to jump back to the diagram, and we can see those spinal nerves protruding through the foramina here. So you can get a bit of appreciation for how that runs.